What's up, guys? It's Monday, November 7th. It's 9:58 a.m. and this is the crypto market update. So I'm in a good mood over the weekend. Drake dropped a new album with 21 Savage. It is absolutely fire. So I'm jacked up this week and I'm excited for it. So now let's dive into the market update. So let's go to the dollar, because the dollar in the Discord, our Discord group, if you're not already in it, link in the bio. Join the Discord. We have these automated signals and I'll pull them up right now. So you can see here in the Discord, we got this signal, huge signal, dollar 2-week sell now. And I'm going to show you in the chart why that's so huge. But I said absolutely one of the biggest signals that I've flashed this week. If we see follow through on this and strap that in, I'll cover this in tomorrow's video. Now it's tomorrow, I'm covering it. So it is absolutely a huge signal. And if you want to get these signals immediately, real time, go to the link in the bio, join the Discord, get access. So now let's see the chart and why it's such a big deal. But first, I'm going to cover the short-term stuff. So let's look at this, because on the daily chart, I grabbed with the Fibonacci retracement from this low to this high. We stretch it out and we can see that the dollar came back up to here and came down. Where did we test? We tested the 786 retracement perfectly. So like if the dollar is going to rebound, it would be at this level. Like this is that key support that the dollar needs to hold if it wants to continue to go up higher. So where we're at right now, we may have, a bounce back up here. It's just a good area for the dollar to find some support at. I would obviously love to see it just tank from right here, but we got to be a little level-headed on this because like we are at a key Fibonacci retracement. This is the zone. So if it holds here, it's going to keep going up until it comes back down and retest it again. And if we can break that, that's great. Like this is the key level to break, 110.312 and then ultimately 109.56. Because if we zoom out, you can see that the horizontal red lines here, the first one is where the 786 is. So that's where we found support right now. That was that area we came up to here when we broke above support. And then this other area, the horizontal red line here was a rejection point. We got above, it's support, and then support here. So like if we can break down through that level, then it's game on. And we're going to likely come down to like 107.37. We have on the 12-hour chart also the 200 moving averages in tandem here, pulling up to that last second horizontal red line right there. So like that's a key area. That's the area we need to break to continue lower. And to the upside, we need to get rejected by, if we take this top to say this is the where we find our local bottom, we need to get rejected by 112.52. Honestly, we could go up to 113, but like 113 is that level we need to stay below. And if we get above 114, then it's going to keep going higher. But what is really the kicker here is on the 2-week chart, we had the sell now signals for the Stargate strategies. So let me pull that up. All right. This is so big, guys. And this is why. Because, and keep in mind, there's 11 days we need to see for confirmation, because the sell now is coming in on this candle. But if this candle, pumps up to 114, it may subvert this sell now. We need to stay where we're at now or lower for this signal in 11 days to be confirmed. But the reason why it is so big is because the 2-week chart with the Stargate signals have called every bottom and top in the dollar for the past 11 years now. Look at 2011, bam, bought the bottom of the dollar. Bam, 2015 sold the top of the dollar, and that was in tandem with the crypto market bottoming. And then bam, 2018 bought the bottom of the dollar. And then right back here, April of 2021, bottom of the dollar. And now what we're seeing right now is the potential top of the dollar. So we've been tracking this move to be very similar to this move. And it makes sense because the cryptocurrency market and this bear market has kind of been similar to the one back in 2015. So we have to compare the dollar and its movements back to 2015 because crypto is mimicking what it was doing back in 2015 and everything looks on par. Everything is lining up and very synchronized. So this is one of the biggest signals to flash, but we have to wait for the confirmation in 11 days. So put it on your calendars. And to get updated in real time on the signal, link in the bio, join the Discord. Like you don't want to miss the signal. It's huge. And you can see that we have this trend line stretching back since January of this year. Bam, support this whole way up. And now we're just sitting on it right now by a thread. So if we can see that follow through that I was talking about for this week, and then ultimately next week, we're going to see this dollar sell now signal be set in stone. It's going to flash, and it's likely that we could say crypto bottom is in. And I'm in the camp of believing that. So big signal. We have the stock RSI headed down here, momentum shifting to the downside. We have the TSI crossing down, and MACD's getting ready to cross down too. Love it, love it, love it. Now the 10-year yield bonds, if we go to the 12-hour chart, we are kind of up today for the bonds. So I want to see us get rejected by, we take this top to this bottom, stretch it out. We want to get rejected by the 4.25% or 4.20%. If we break above there, it's likely we're going to go higher in the bond yields to 3.4%. And then if we get above 3.33%, we get above that, we could have a pretty hard spike in the bond yields. And we don't want to see that. That's why we want to see rejection at 4.25 and just some stability here. Maybe come up, stability, come down like that, and then ultimately test this moving average again and then break it. So now we got the stock market here, the NASDAQ 100. We go to the daily chart. We retested this bottom back here. We know how important that bottom is because if we go to the monthly chart, that's where this 50 moving average is. So we need to close the month above this. So like this is going to be a critical month as far as how the charts are going to shape up for the rest of next year, really. Like this is definitely not something to mess around with. We can see if we scroll all the way out on the monthly chart, the EMA ribbon and the 50 moving average is held every single bull market run. But in the Great Recession back here, we broke it and then bam, we fell. So if we see a 1 month or like a 2 week prepare to buy soon on the Stargate signals, then we better watch out. Also, to the 6 week chart, I kind of like this because we can see that if we break this on the 6 week chart, then we're going to go into a capitulation moment. So that's sitting around like 10,000 for the NASDAQ 100. And you can see, that's usually you see 3 sell signals before going into a hard sell-off. So we have 1, 2, 3. So this is kind of scary as far as the stock market goes, but we'll have to see how it pans out. We have these trend lines right here like this. So you can see that that's where we're at. So now if I go out here, yeah, you can see clearly we're just kind of in this descending channel. We need to break back above there. Let's go to the total crypto market cap. We're going to the 1 week chart. We're seeing the momentum, rising here. The stock RSI is vertical. MACD is rising with the green, and the TSI has crossed up, and it's starting to like kind of have a pickup like this, like just like a vertical, like kind of snap up. This is what we like to see. Now, and we're holding the 200 moving average on the weekly. That's a good sign. Let's go to Bitcoin. Oh, let's look at the relation. Okay, so we're going to do this for this video. We're going to look at the 2 week chart on Bitcoin at the same time as looking at the dollar 2 week chart. So let me pull that up. All right, we're going to go to the weekly chart with Bitcoin. So this is key. Actually, let's go to the 10-day chart. 10-day chart. So the 10-day chart, and if we kind of zoom out a bit here, all right, we can see that if we go back to 2011, in the dollar down here, we have a buy in August of 2011. Now let's go to August of 2011 here. August of 2011 was that top in Bitcoin. From $15, we went all the way down to $3. It's like an 80% correction. We could have known because the Stargate signal had flashed a buy now on the 2 week chart with the dollar. 2 week chart, Stargate signal buys and sells are nothing to play around with the dollar. So we could have had a good insight there by knowing the dollar had flashed that. Then on the 10-day chart, the Stargate signals flashed a buy in November of 2011, right back at $2. And then we had some sell signals coming in here. But then we see back in October 2014, see how these sell warnings came in? So prepare to sell soon. At the same time, if you look at the top of the screen, the Bitcoin chart, the moment that the first sell warning came in on the dollar, this prepare to buy soon came in on Bitcoin. So that inverse relationship is very evident, and you can see that through the Stargate signals. Then we kept going down in Bitcoin. We went up in the dollar, and then we got the dollar sell now here in April 2015. And then we got the buy now signal in June of 2015 for Bitcoin. So when you see the sell now come in on the 2 week for the dollar, usually you'll see a buy now on a higher time frame, like a 10-day, come in for Bitcoin. And then if we go to say, like, let's go to April, March of 2021, we can see at the top here, the Bitcoin flash a sell now, literally right at the top here. At the same time, Bitcoin, the dollar flashed a buy now, right? So that inverse relationship. And then we saw that, see the sell warning that came in right here for the dollar in July? We got a buy warning here in late June for Bitcoin. So since we got the prepare to buy soon and we had the prepare to sell soon here, we're getting the sell now here for the dollar and 11 days for confirmation. And it's likely that we're going to get a buy now signal in the next 10 days for Bitcoin with the Stargate signals with the vertical blue line, if this vertical yellow line stays flashing in the next 11 days. You can see that we're kind of in this like similar pattern here. We had our buy warning come in, buy warning, and we're kind of just gearing up. And this is what I expect on the horizon. So it's very interesting times now. It's election week in the US. Who knows what could be happen during this time. And yeah, just be on guard, be prepared, join the Discord to get access to these signals in real time. They're flashing 24/7, 365 all day, every day. And we have it for over like 50 cryptos. We have it for the dollar, the stock market, etc. Bitcoin dominance. You want to get access to that. So that's the inverse the relationship between the dollar and Bitcoin as far as the Stargate signals, and it calls it to a T. So that's why this is one of the biggest signals to flash this year, because last year in 2021, it was the biggest signal to flash. Now in 2022, this is the biggest signal to flash. We had our buy back here, a sell back here, and it's looking like the dollar is ready to get put in a coffin. So we're going to have to see 11 days. It's going to be very telling. Subscribe to the YouTube. I'll be doing a follow-up video to this when we get confirmation. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the daily newsletter.